Judgment in the Coffin case will be delivered at the end of this week. The lawyer for the duo accused of assaulting and forcing a man into a coffin and the prosecutor today tabled their closing arguments at Middelburg sitting at a high court. The trial is nearing the end at Middelburg sitting at that very high court. Defense told the magistrate his clients were only trying to scare Victim Lotshwa and don't believe they did anything wrong. While the prosecutor asked for a guilty verdict in the attempted murder as he made his closing arguments. The so-called Coffin case happened a year ago this month when two Afrikaner men assaulted a black man and threatened him into a coffin as the incident was being recorded. The two accused are currently out on bail after months spent behind bars. This trial, which has drawn much public attention, has heard from emotional Mlotshwa and his mother when they took to the stand giving evidence. The accused face assault charge, kidnapping and attempted murder. Supporters of Victim Lotshwa, calling for conviction of the two accused gathered outside, chanted for guilty verdict as court proceedings continued in Middelburg prior to adjournment for Friday.
Today, as we're listening to the last oral arguments, we believe that justice for all will prevail, as Friday it is the last judgment day. And we're looking at where justice will prevail because we believe it has its own racial connotation, the way it is handled. And there's no way we're going to agree that such activities are performed in the area wherein we operate without being punished. And we're looking at justice for all being prevailed on Friday, and we're saying, because as we look at what the oral arguments were made, they still believe the judge, the advocates for the perpetrators believe that there were no intentions to harm Victor, but that and how they present it, it is a bit disturbing.
These orals, as the magistrate and the defendants are busy today, we thought that it was better that they take it to the stadium. Looking at the magnitude, as you can see your DA, you can see your ANC Youth League, the South African Communist Parties, even some students from Mid-Call are here to say that they want justice for Victor. Remember that it's only un-African when a person who's still alive is found to be put inside the casket. So all we are saying is that we believe in the justice system of South Africa, and we are sure that those two who buried a black young man alive will be sentenced, because they don't believe, they must not live in the society.
Well, I can then say that after 10 days of grueling cross-examination of the victim and the accused, well, today we did see both the defense of the accused and also the state's prosecutor submitting their heads of arguments today. We did see the oral arguments. Well, I can then confirm, Abigail, that the defense of the accused are still maintaining that what their clients had done was just to purely scare Victim Lotshwa from what they say is a wrongdoing. Well, they still maintain the fact that they don't see anything wrong with what they did, because in a return, Victor did threaten to kill, he did threaten to burn their crop, so which then agitated them to further scare him off his alleged motions.